Ah, you also? Oh, she's dead. No? Oh yes, she's dead. She's gonna be dead. But you know, I was really into the moment looking at the creature and being like, what happened right there with the light, with things getting out of him? And also that light that it can do, and in fact it's an explosion thing, it looks more mechanic than biologic, you know? Okay, cool. Me too! She was so nice and she was taking care so much of Akiko. Don't cry! You're blaming them for that? You're considering that they answered to your question? Okay. What are you referring? You want to drown it? You know Godzilla? ご存知のように相模湾沖合の海溝は最大深度1500メートル以上と近海ではスバ抜けな深さを誇ります。こうして2隻の駆逐艦でゴジラにケーブルを巻きつけます。ゴジラは一気に深海1500メートルに引きずり込まれます。ですからそれがダメだったら予備作戦があるんだ。保留。海底についたゴジラを今度はこれで一気に海面まで引き上げます。万が一超高圧に耐えたとしても直後に襲いかかる凄まじい減圧まで耐えきれるとは思いません。日本政府米軍も後にできないのか。我々しかこの国の未来を切り開くことはできない。無理です。俺には家族がいます。我々だけがなぜ貧乏駆除を引かねばならんのですか。You know, I was like, before these guys talking, I was like, all of the thing about not the US, not our government can save us, only us people. It's denouncing a lot of things, you know, about that period of time. What was going on. And you know, for our character, it's really to answer to the question, what about going to an undeniable death? 絶対死ぬってわけじゃないですよね。もちろんです。じゃあ戦時中よりずいぶんマシだ。誰かがやんなきゃいけないんでしょ。よーし、一丁やるか。戦闘機のですね。どこかにありませんか。万が一奴が上陸しても銃撃して怒らせれば相模湾に誘導できます。武装解除で全部乗されちゃったんだろ、日本の戦闘機。航空機で誘導なんて命がけの仕事。命がけとかどうでもいい。そもそも戦闘機。He's ready to take it. 俺だってそうしてやりたかった。じゃあなんでだよ。戦争が終わってないんです。Right there. Your war is right there. 大戦末期に開発されていた直地戦闘機新編です。数々の新機軸を盛り込んだ革新的な機体です。わずかな試作機が実戦配備されていたそうなんです。ただほったらかしだったので機体がガタガタで問題
習できるほどの人材が必要です。一人心当たりがあります。ちょっと待ってください。立花さん、やってほしいことがあるんですよ。これは立花さんしかできないことなんだ。もしあの口の中で機械を爆発させたことがあります。高尾の手法よりはるかに効果があった。あいつは内側からの攻撃に弱い。わかりますか？爆弾を満載した戦闘機であいつの口の中に突っ込むんですよ。そうすれば確実に殺せる。
That's your true plan, not what you said to your friends. Kamikaze, yes.
立案しておいてなんですが、あの作戦が成功するのは奇跡に等しい気がしてきました。
あいつらだってバカじゃない。これが命がけのしんどい作戦だってことはよく分かってる。だからいい顔してるじゃねえか。嬉しいんだよ。今度は役に立てるかもしれないってことだな。俺たちは戦争に生き残っちまった。だからこそ
There is really something about also for all of these people, all of these guys who were involved into the war, to have their revenge for the war that they didn't win, and right there they can win against that creature. He's not going to the war?
俺が戦争経験ないからですか？
小僧、戦争に行かないってのはな、とても幸せなことなんです。
You're the future. They are fighting for you. You need to stay alive.
俺たちずっと一緒だったじゃないですか。お願いです。俺戻してください。
この国はお前たちに任せる。
That's what I just said. Oh no, 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 I'm not gonna cry. Oh wow! They came so fast. I'm really worried about the end of this movie.
行きたい日です。俺は。
あの日死んだ奴らもそう思ってたよ。みんな生きて帰ってきたかった。それが願い叶わず。
I'm not gonna blame you to not forget and forgive, but right there, like really, you're moving the knife into his heart. For you.
Godjira! 絶対防衛権突破！用意でもね！
出します！
これで全て終わらせるんだ。指揮所。
Come, come, come. Follow him. Oh, the music. That's it, you're following him? Good job, good job, good job. Oof. And you know, the music is really present and excellent, but also has an old mood with it, how it's composed, but not too much. I'm gonna talk about it in the review. How this movie is made, everything is well thought. That it's more all modern music for movies. Continue to occupy him, continue to occupy him. Now let's see if it's gonna work, your plan. Now! That was close. Okay. That is functioning. If you can not sacrifice yourself, we would love that. That's not enough. Excuse me, what? Yes, it's a kid! To do what? What can you do to help right there? All of you! No one is useless. No. What? You didn't run away. But I saw a part of the plane get, you know, the plane like that. Can you maybe survive? I love so much to be the queen of denial. I love that so much. You're relieved. I thought about it that we didn't see all of the explanations, that maybe it doesn't want for you to die. It's done? Okay, can you chill? Eh? To salute our guy, not Godjira, right? What is it? She's alive? Your queen of denial didn't do her job well enough. She's alive? I'm sorry! I want to say that, to tell you that I'm so sorry. I disappointed you, like... I should have been more in denial.
奥さんのセンスはありましたか
Do you know what he did? And in your name? What? It's gonna return at some point. I cried. For sure I cried. They had me. And I cried, you know, good tears. Like, yes, I was sad at several moments and I cried with bad tears, if you can say it like that. But at the end, it's good tears, it's emotional tears because they win, because he survived, because she survived. And really, I'm so sorry. To learn that she survived. I remember the moment when she died. I mean, she died. And you know, I think that you saw me being like, did she die or not? Like, I have the impression that, yes, she can't survive that moment. Like, everything is destroyed, everyone is dead, so I can't be in denial about that. And in fact, I could have been in denial. I could have tried at least. And the fact that I didn't think that him at the end, he could be dead. And I'm like, ha ha ha, your queen of denial won once again and all. And just after that, I was like, fuck, in fact, I could have been in denial also for her. And they had me with that. I feel it, you know, like I'm disappointed of myself. Your queen of denial disappointed you. I'm sorry for that. Really, this movie surprised me in the sense that I told you during the intro, I think that I watched 2 movies of the franchise, you know, Godjira, but one which was really an old movie and I can't remember anything about it, and one which was something like Godzilla against King Kong or something like that. Clearly not a good movie. I regretted it. So really, I came with an open mind to watch this movie, but I still expected to have a full action movie with a lot of things happening, you know, a US movie talking about Godzilla. Do you understand what I mean? I expected a lot of fighting moments, combats, explosions, big epic music and stuff like that, heroic moments in each 10 minutes. And in fact, not at all. Not at all. I knew that it was not an American movie, but still I expected that mood, you know, for this movie. And in fact, it's more a movie about a story, in fact, following the life of this guy and talking about a lot of different subjects through that. And you have Godjira right there threatening them. But Godjira, it's almost anecdotic, you know, that it's Godjira. It could have been another creature, it could have been a war, you know, against an enemy, you know, another country. It could have been really whatever you want. Again, it's almost anecdotic that it's Godjira, that it's that creature. And I love it. I love it a lot because the story was more important than the creature. And because of that, it's not an action movie with a lot of explosions, with a lot of fights and stuff like that. And me, for sure, I prefer that kind of movies. And also because it means for how it was done, the mood of it, the music, the pictures, the effects and stuff like that. It was done to look realistic, to feel realistic, because also it's going with one of the things that they wanted to do, in my opinion, with this movie. It's to talk about Japanese people, about how they lived World War II, the consequences of it for them, the fact that, you know, it brought all of that for them, and they had a lot of issues to deal with it, not only financial issues, you know, to rebuild the country and all of that, and to rebuild also them as people after that. But also really, you know, the fact, for example, that at the end it's not the government and the army which is finding a way to go against Godjira, it's citizens, you know, it's a private initiative which is doing it with former soldiers, like they want to have their revenge for the war that they just finished. And you know, it's saying a lot about the country, the people, how they lived the war, and all of that. Like for me, see, it's already one subtitle that I found into this movie, and really easily, you know, I found it really easily, and they showed it really clearly for me into that movie. There is all of that question also about that guy who was supposed to die during the war because he was into a kamikaze, he was a kamikaze pilot, you know. But there is all of that question about people who are coming back from war, who were supposed to die into war, the burden that they have on their shoulders when they are coming back, all of the PTSD from war that they are taking with them. It's about Godjira, but again, it could have been just war, you know. It's also talking a lot about coming back to a normal life when you were supposed to die and you don't feel like you deserve to have a life, and you're always anxious about something coming to take your life. It's haunting you, the ones who died, they're haunting you, you're feeling responsible for their death. Like, it's also talking about war and the consequences of war on one person. Like, really, war and the consequences of war on one country, on people, you know, of a country, and individually on a soldier and his life after war, and what can he do with his life and all of that. So see, there are a lot of subjects that they are exploring, in fact, with this movie, which are not at all related with Godjira, the creature, and all of that. So it's pretty cool. This guy at the beginning, it's hard to appreciate him because we have no moments, in fact, to connect with him. We are following him, but he's not talking about his emotions, he's not expressing his feelings, he's not even letting us, the viewers, see them and understand them like he is also with everyone else. So at the beginning, it's difficult to connect with him. And little by little, we are, because we are discovering more about him. And the fact that all of what he did, you know, the fact that he didn't kill himself when he was a pilot, he gave up, and also after that in Oda, on Oda Island, what happened, the fact that he ran away, that I can totally get it. He wanted to stay alive, and okay, he's a soldier and he's supposed to go for the fight no matter what, but clearly he just wanted to stay alive. Clearly, all of the part with Akiko, with the woman and all, that was so sweet to see them getting closer little by little, to see them evolving also physically with their clothes, the house, you know, where they were, it was getting greater, you know, each time. Akiko, she was getting bigger also. That it was so sweet. Even his relationship, you know, with the neighbor evolving like that, it was cool. Finding a new job, all of that. Like really, for me, Godjira, it's 15% of the movie, not even that. And I'm putting into the 15%, 5% of the preparation of their plan, you know, all of the explanation of the plan that they created to catch it. But for me, Godjira itself, it's not important into that movie. It could have been something else, and it's not taking a lot of place, you know, on screen, and that's totally okay. But at the same time, it's really well done on screen. really well done, the effects and all, it looks really great on screen. I was surprised by all of the blue situation that I didn't remember at all from the movie that I watched, but again it was so long ago that maybe I forgot about it. Like again, it looked mechanic and not biologic, so that's why it disturbed me a little when it happened. But yes, it looked great. And again, how this movie was created, it was to talk about all of these different subjects, it was to follow the story of that guy and to really create an emotional story with all of these emotional ends, you know, the end of the fight, the end finding his daughter and then his future wife and all. But also how it was done, like I said, it was to talk about, in fact, historical facts, you know, by mixing all of that into a fantastic story, but still it was to talk about historical things. And because of that, you know, for how it was done and all, and also the context into the story that they wrote, I think that they really wanted also to use the codes, again, for how it was done, fabricated. It's the codes of old movies. Like for the music, for example, I said it at one occasion, you have the beginning of the music really, like when you are listening to it, you are thinking about old movies. It's the tone, you know, which was used by old movies, and then little by little, it's a music that you could have into each movie which is out right now in theaters. But at first, you know, the first tone, the first notes, they are like an old music, you know, I mean, a music for these old movies. And it's pretty cool. And for other things, you know, they did stuff like that, like for example, for creating some characters and introducing them into the movie. For some situations, it was like old movies were doing it, like really the codes of it, really for how it's fabricated, how it's looking on screen, how it's done, you know. And that's why I truly appreciate the movie, because for how it's written, I can see all of the subtitles, all of the subjects that they put into it. For how it's done on screen, I can see all of the subtitles, all of the things that they put into it. This movie was well thought from beginning to the end, for the writing part, for the picture part, for the musical part, for everything. And it's so cool. It's really a good discovery, you know, for me, this movie. I came with an open mind and all, and it's better than what maybe, in fact, I expected from it. So cool. So cool. I'm glad that I watched it, that one of you guys told me to watch it, and I'm glad that I picked that one. Also, I don't know if I would have loved that much the other movie, you know, that person wanted me to react to, you know. Each time I have the choice between two movies. So cool. That was a good one. It was interesting, it was full of stuff, it was emotional, it has a good ending. Cool. Clearly I preferred that than at least the memory that I have of the second Godzilla movie that I watched with King Kong. Like really, I have that memory of him fighting King Kong at some point. Really great. I don't know what else to say about it when clearly it's a long movie, so I'm pretty sure that I could talk about it for a long time, but right now I have no more subjects coming into my mind about it. You know, at the beginning, during the first hour, I was like, the rhythm of the movie is pretty slow, maybe a little too much, and in fact it was going with the realistic mood of the movie, so it was not bothering me. I was asking myself questions about it, I was wondering about it, but it was not disturbing me or anything like that. And at the end, looking at the entire movie, how it was done, it's logical in fact that they created it like that. But you know, I'm saying that it's not a Godjira movie, because again it could have been anything else and it would have worked still. But I still think that this movie can satisfy a lot Godjira fans, because it's coming back really to the DNA, the basic stuff of that creature, and without making it too intelligent, without making it too, you know, like sometimes with that kind of franchise, when they have a creature like that doing big stuff and all, at some point they are giving too many human things to the creature, and because of that it's not functioning anymore and it's going too far and stuff like that. And right there, I don't think that it's the case. In fact, yes, we're coming back to the basic stuff of that creature, so it can truly please the fans, in fact. Really cool! I appreciated it. Tell me, what did you think about it the first time that you watched it? And what do you think, you know, about my interpretation of it? Did you see all of what I just mentioned? I'm wondering about that. And no matter what, you know, if I'm trying to not think about all of that, because I know myself, I know that sometimes I'm analyzing too much things, you know, I know about it. Even without that, just considering it for the product that it is as a movie, I think that it's a good one, because you have action moments, you have a creature, you have emotional moments, you have also secondary characters who are cool, you have a main character who has a love relationship at some point, you have also a kid, you have also all of the ingredients to please someone who is just watching movies just like that, you know, without thinking about things too much. Do you understand what I mean? I really think so. Really cool. So it's all for you and for me for this movie. Remember that on my Patreon you have the full reaction part for this reaction video for this movie, if you can be interested by that. And yes, that's it. It's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.